Welcome to the Miners post-game press conference presented by People's National Bank. Sign up for a Miners checking account at any one of their many locations. People's National Bank, proudly serving Southern Illinois for 100 years. Now, here's manager Mike Pinto.
Big win against first place team.
Yeah, that's. We knew this was a big series coming in, and it's a big homestand, a big group for us coming up. So, what a great start.
Getting Holden and his other reliever to start this series off, that's got to help you out.
No, that's exactly right. So we've kind of blown the bullpen up lately, and so Augie did a tremendous job for us tonight.
Especially after that second inning where I know you're probably getting a little, I know walks don't settle with you.
Well, to be honest with you, it's not just the walks, it's pitch count, because I knew we were thin down there today. And our approach is you certainly have to know, as a pitcher, as a catcher, you need to know what do we have down there. That somewhat dictates your pitch selection because you need quick outs. And after that, when we started the third inning, all of a sudden he started getting some real quick innings, and that allowed us to go through 7 for them.
Can you explain that second inning? I mean, he was in control the whole game.
You know, it was a mechanical thing. Brendan went out, thought he was rotating a little bit much on his lower side. When that happens, his arm tends to drag, and they made a little adjustment, and he figured it out.
Had you ever seen a pitcher give up 4 walks in an inning and no runs?
No, it's been a while.
Jeremy there in the leadoff spot, home run yesterday, another one today, starting to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, he is. That's nice. I mean, as I've said all along, we really need those 3 vets to come up big for us, and you know, he's done that in the last couple of days. We've started to get some big hits at big times.
What do you like about Hale?
Well, he's done a lot good for us. I mean, what is it, 9-10 RBIs since he's been here in a week. I like that right off. You know, the home runs he's hit, you know, certainly have been prolific. I mean, he's really hit some monsters, and you know, every time he comes to the plate, he's one of those guys that he can change a game with a swing. Then what we hadn't seen before was his throw from left field. I mean, that was a BB. But he was drafted originally as a pitcher, started in pro ball as a pitcher, had some surgery, and walked away and decided to become a hitter. And very similar to Tim Dorn, to be honest with you. It's a very similar situation.
It's taking some time to kind of find the right lineup here, but you got traded now with Holdren. Do you think you're kind of starting to line up here to work with?
This is pretty close. You know, I got some bad news today, and that Pedro Lopez is going to be done for the season. He has a broken hamate bone in his wrist, and so we're going to look to replace him, and that it really allows us an LS2 spot. So there are some guys that we're going to zero in on and see if we can not only you know, give us a key bat in the lineup, but an experienced guy on the infield as well. You know, thus far Will's doing a great job, but you know, down the stretch you really want guys that have a lot of experience on the field if you can do it.
Talk more about that trade today. How much that's going to help you?
I think it's a giant trade for us, and it was a very hard one for me personally because I'm getting rid of 2 guys that I liked a lot. I mean, I didn't just like, I liked a lot. You guys have heard me talk about Chris Wyman here in the past. I'm very, very fond of him personally, aside from the fact he's done such a tremendous job. Now, you add to that Kevin Koski, who not only has been with me 3 years, but I've known since he was a sophomore in high school, junior in high school. So we go back a long time. We live a mile from each other in Chicago. So, I mean, I run into his dad in the grocery store, you know. So that one was really hard. But the way I looked at it was that Kevin wasn't going to be 100% for 10 days or 2 weeks. A lot's going to happen in the next 10 days and 2 weeks. We have 6 games against this club here. You know, we've got Rockford, and so we definitely need to, as a team, we've got to do something during this time span. And to sit and wait on a player to come back when I have an opportunity to pick up, you know, a guy's a 3-time All-Star, you know, leads the league in hits, leads the league in doubles. I think leads in extra base hits, 4th in hits, I think it was. You know, you've got a guy who's a prolific part of your lineup, and he has the opportunity to change. He has the opportunity to change a game with one swing. And when those guys are available, and they're left-handed, and he's a 300 hitter, and he's got a 400 on base percentage, you do everything you can to put that deal together.
Will Damchuk assume the closer's role, or will he?
No, it'll probably be, you know, him and McMurrin for now. We're still waiting to see what's going on with Cody Dunbar to see if he's going to be healthy. You know, he very well could end up in that mix. I mean, heck, he struck out 8 of the 11 batters he faced when he was with us. So right now we're waiting on the health of him. But, you know, I've got a lot of confidence in both Danchuk and McMurrin down there. And Adam Revelette adds a different dimension in that, you know, he's very good at getting lefties out. Away from Gateway, hitters hit 0.95 against him. That's pretty strong. And so that's a big addition. An experienced guy later in the ballgame as well.
Was it interesting for you to play Gateway last weekend and then do a trade with them? Right?
Well, to be honest with you, it's been going on for a few days. It kind of came down this way. I had heard the second day there that they were thinking about trading him to Midwest. And so I sent a text to Phil Warren about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, is there any chance we can talk about a trade for Holdren? 2 minutes later, I got a text back saying, we can. I'll talk to you when you get here. So he and I went and sat in the stands while batting practice was going on, and I'm sure the players all knew something was going on because that doesn't happen too often. And we talked about what he was looking for, the parameters, and we agreed to talk after the ball game. He pulled the Midwest deal off the shelf and said, you know, let's talk about it. We had a conversation right afterwards, and it went till past midnight. And we were pretty close on the deal at that point, and said, all right, let's revisit again tomorrow. And we met right before the ball game and put it together, and then said, okay, how do we have to handle the legal aspect of it because of the fact that Kevin Koski is injured. So it just took some time to do, but you know, I give Phil a lot of credit. He and Steven are good friends, and he wanted to give Steve a chance to play in a contender, and Steve wanted to come here. So, you know, he'd probably be the guy to talk to about that part of it.
And we give them a draft pick too, is that part of it?
That's true, yeah. But, yeah, you guys know how I feel about draft picks.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
But we're giving them one.
Yeah, we're giving them one. We're giving them a first-round pick.
Just how big of a Southern Illinois Miners fan are you? Hi, this is Bill Bond II with People's National Bank. Show your love for the Miners today by opening a Southern Illinois Miners checking account. It only takes $100 to open, and every time the Miners win, you win too. That's right, every time the Miners win a regular season or postseason game, your interest rate goes up. Stop by your local People's National Bank today to find out more.